one of the things that I try and focus people's mind on as they get a bit lost in day-to-day price action is $65 billion of venture capital money went into this space in 2020 and 2021. The products that were built are going to be coming out in this bull market. Mm-hmm. So if you remember the last bull market, it's like DeFi, NFTs, social tokens. What's it going to be this time around? We don't know, but there's going to be a lot of stuff because a lot of money went into some really smart teams who were building all sorts of applications and ecosystems.
Renowned former hedge fund manager, Raoul, has made a bold statement about Bitcoin and the entire cryptocurrency market. Known for expressing his views openly, Powell is optimistic that both Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market will soon experience a major bull run. During a recent interview on Real Vision Crypto Media, Powell asserted that the current market is displaying bullish patterns similar to those seen during the 2015 and 2016 cycles. According to Powell's explanation, the market's resemblance to the past indicates potential positive outcomes. In 2019, the market started on a bullish note, witnessing a 300% surge over time, followed by a significant decline and a subsequent rally of over 700% within a short period. Powell believes that the banking sector might face chaos, leading to the intervention of the Federal Reserve, further fueling the potential for a crypto rally. Speculations about a crypto rally have been circulating in the space, amplified by recent developments like the Ripple case and the growing possibility of a Bitcoin ETF. In related discussions, Raoul shares insights on the BlackRock ETF's stance on Bitcoin and why he sees Solana as the next big thing. He also provides advice to crypto enthusiasts and maximalists regarding navigating the crypto market.
Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to drop your comment and observations in the comment section below. Thanks and enjoy the video.
I know nothing is that Gary Gensler was under a lot of fire politically because saying no to everything. And he had said that Bitcoin was not a security. So therefore it becomes really difficult not to allow or to appease the politicians by saying, look, I've passed the bloody Bitcoin ETF. At least I've done something. You know, I'm comfortable with Bitcoin. So my guess is he gave the nod to BlackRock and said, listen, I need to do something. We're going to do this. And they've obviously have an open conversation with the SEC. The SEC had given the guidance as we will accept this if you do this. So they all did it. What was really amazing within that, bit of humble pie, that the SEC is suing Coinbase while at the same time are going to approve them as a major part of the mechanism of the ETF. And it kind of shows the incongruity of this ridiculous situation they found themselves in. Then you add the XRP ruling, and it makes it really hard for them to stop some of this stuff. So, you know, I think Gensler probably comes under more political pressure because of what's just happened as well. It kind of fuels the politicians, the pro-crypto politicians were like, this is not sustainable. And Gensler's opinion appears to be wrong. So the overreach argument. So overall, these are really good things for the space. Now, the Bitcoin ETF, I've always said the ETF doesn't matter unless the market has momentum. If it has momentum, it becomes a sucking sound of bringing in RIAs in the United States and individual investors and pension plans and others. And lo and behold, we're in the middle of crypto spring where things are starting to really warm up. And that sound of FOMO you hear in the distance is thundering closer and closer. And that's going to bring these people in. So if we continue the way we've been going and prices are rising and let's say Bitcoin's at 40,000 by the time the ETF comes in, there's going to be a blind panic because everybody kind of knows that it's very cyclical as an asset. And that when the cycle goes, it can have tremendous returns. So I think that's going to be in the back of many people's minds who are out of the market right now. And with the Bitcoin ETF, they're going to be more enticed by it. So look, it is very positive. And that capital flow that comes into the space, let's say $10 billion comes in the ETF, whatever, that money then flows into the space. People take profit in their original Bitcoin and gets reinvested into ETH or Solana or whatever else. And then before you know it, recycles into NFTs because all of these digital assets is a kind of global economy, a separate global economy made up of smaller economies like ETH and Bitcoin. And once you have new foreign direct investment into an economy, things boom. And that's what's going to happen. My view for a long time is while I like Bitcoin, I'm more predisposed towards the broader ecosystem itself because I think the whole of Web3 and crypto is is a much larger thing than just a store of value money component, which is an important part of that in itself. And so therefore I've tended to have ETH as my larger bet, and I've had that for a long time because my thesis is these things are all valued on Metcalfe's law, which is network effects, and that's the number of people who use it and then the number of applications really that go on. Now, ETH's equation within that is there's actually more users, the amount of activity is higher because of all the applications, but the sizes of the transactions are smaller. But because so much is being built on top, the network effects grow over time. So over time, I expect it to outperform. But in each bull market, there's another something that does really well. And my eye is on Solana because it's got a large ecosystem, a lot of developer activity, a lot of applications layer tools. Now, does that work or not? I don't really know, but I think it's a reasonable probability bet that it's like kind of ETH was in 2018-19, came from the dust down 97% and survived. You know, the Lindy effect of surviving a massive bear market, you know, with all the FTX stuff is a good thing. Could it be another ecosystem that takes fire? Of course, and many will.
The rising number of applications and BlackRock's influential status in the financial industry have sparked optimism in the crypto space regarding the approval of a Bitcoin ETF in the United States. Similar to Canada's successful approval, there are hopes for a similar outcome in the US. A recent report by the Financial Times revealed that Europe is also anticipating its first Bitcoin ETF to be launched by the end of July. The product, managed by Jacobi Asset Management, has experienced a year-long delay but is now set to be publicly listed. To bypass regulatory challenges in the European Union, the ETF has been authorized in the Channel Island jurisdiction of Guernsey.
What happens with the broad basket for me is I don't focus on any of it.
Mm-hmm.
So some stuff pumps and I don't take profits, and other stuff, it's not big enough, so it just falls and you don't notice it. So I actually find I operate better with concentrated bets.
Mm-hmm.
So really, yes, I've still got a small basket of stuff that I own, maybe 5 or 6. Really, it's all in 2. It's all in ETH and Solana. And then I have a bunch of NFTs on top. And I think that's a relatively safe bet of ETH with a slightly riskier bet of Solana, but not too risky. And I actually, you know, I thought long and hard about this in the last bull market, and I thought it is too complicated a world now, and you have to be too technical and you need to be on top of too many things. This is not a Bitcoin ETH only world. So I actually started a asset management firm called Exponential Age Asset Management, which is a fund of hedge funds that invests in digital asset hedge funds. Because those guys, it's their job to find the small token that goes up 500x. Right? I can't do that. I just don't have the time or the experience, but it's their job. So the idea is to create a vehicle, a fund-of-fund vehicle, to allow investors, high net worth investors, family offices, institutions, to have a broad, diversified portfolio of hedge funds that can manage that side of the equation. Because I just realized I'm just not smart enough. As you know, it's so time consuming. You can go down any rabbit hole in this space and it'll consume 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I've become more focused, more concentrated, use hedge funds for the other side of it. If you're happy to manage a broad, equally weighted basket, you can do that too. I tried it. I just couldn't do it. I just didn't focus on any of it. And so I just didn't do a good job with it. What you need to do is stick with what you've got. As you said, you've got the tailwind of a secular bull market. Now, the advice I do give some people like adrenaline. They like to trade. In that case, keep 80% locked away on your ledger device or wherever you keep it, and then keep yourself a small portfolio of 10% or 20% where you can be in filthy degen and trade anything you want. You can hold as much Pepe as you want. You can blow up. You can do whatever. And that can appease that FOMO thing, because you can always tell yourself the lie that you're going to make this 10% worth more than the rest of the portfolio because you're the best trader in the world. You won't. You'll lose most of your money, but at least you're not screwing it up. My worst year ever was 2009 because I even ignored all of my economic work, all of my work, because I knew that it was all going to come to an end in an even bigger way. Obviously, I was wrong, and I screwed it up badly. It stopped me even being able to buy equities for a long time because I just always had the fear that it was going to go wrong when the answer was just buy equities, right? You know, I was really mid-curving the whole thing. And in 2020, I got it right. So I closed all of my equity short positions and stuff and went long crypto and other stuff. Didn't buy much equity because I've still struggled, but I knew I had to learn to do that because this is my own behavioral bias.
Yeah.
And I managed to start averaging in technology stocks over the summer, and then really pulled the trigger on everything in November, December, January, February, March, and got the whole lot. I mean, got the NASDAQ and Tesla and Apple and semiconductors and the lot, because I finally got over my bias, because my forward-looking indicators were giving me everything I needed to do. I just needed to drop that bias, that the PTSD bias, and say, my time horizon is longer. I know what I'm doing. Stick with your work. You've been doing this a long time. Bye. And it worked.
The Financial Stability Board has released its latest crypto asset report, emphasizing the need for more disclosures from crypto providers and increased cooperation from regulators worldwide. Tasked by the G20 to establish a comprehensive framework for crypto regulation, the FSB has presented 2 sets of recommendations. The first set pertains to global crypto regulation, including oversight of digital asset activities and markets, while the second set focuses on global stablecoin regulation. The FSB has strengthened these recommendations by learning from past events in the crypto market, such as the dramatic collapse of Terra USD and the implosion of FTX exchange. In light of recent developments, the European Union and the United Kingdom are actively pursuing comprehensive regulation for crypto asset activities and stablecoins. The EU's Markets and Crypto Assets Regulation is scheduled to take effect in 2024, and the UK's Financial Services and Markets Act received royal assent in June. These jurisdictions aim to establish themselves as significant players in the crypto space. As the market evolves, authorities are emphasizing the importance of disclosures, requiring crypto asset issuers and service providers to provide comprehensive and transparent information on their governance, operations, risk profiles, financial conditions, and products. The intention is to enhance transparency and protect investors while fostering responsible growth in the crypto market. For more Daily Dose Crypto News, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.